Hello, you're listening to the 81st ever episode of Chismes And Menudo. He is
Ricardo, and she is
Adriana, and we are
sitting here with the lovely and talented Mr. Kevin DEANDA.
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 Thank you. Yeah.
Hispanic.
Yeah, Hispanic.
Hispanic.
yes, Hispanic, yes.
I love that. Ever since I first heard that little term where it was like, you know, Hispanic girls are Hispanic.
Yeah, because y'all are toxic as fuck.
We are.
I'm a very anxious Mexican person. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Are you with a Hispanic?
So both my parents, mom and dad, were born in Mexico.
What part?
Yeah, Mexico City.
Okay.
And
He gives off Mexico City vibes.
Yeah, she was there for like 30 years. She only met my dad at a bullfighting thing in Mexico and brought her over here, but it was very romantic,
dope.
right? Yeah,
that's awesome.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, they met at a bullfight.
He was a bullfighter?
No, he was just a guy
just
on
there.
vacation. Yeah,
Right.
He was doing some business and he found her, and yeah, man. But I grew up in a very Americanized household because my dad he's older. I was telling Ricky before, he was born in 1949, which if you don't know is not a good time to be a minority in America.
God damn.
It's a pretty tough time. So he grew up around, his name's Raul, and he didn't speak English till like he was in the 4th grade, and he got threatened to get kicked out of school if he didn't learn English. So when I was born,
he was like, you're going to know English.
He's like, you're going to learn English. He's like, you don't need to worry about Spanish. Your name's Kevin. All my brothers are Bobby, Stephen, Michael, Kevin, so he tried to keep the Spanish influence as far away as possible because of the stuff that he went through. And my mom, though, was like, nah, fuck that. You're Mexican. And you're going to be Mexican.
Was there a lot of fights?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, shit.
She always wanted me to speak Spanish. And that's the thing. I didn't speak Spanish till later on in my, like, a couple years ago is when I started, like, actually trying to embrace it, learn it, use it, and actually get it going because...
Was it because of your wife?
No, I think
Spanish?
it was definitely because of my job, dude. I started working in construction, and I was like,
you're gonna learn today,
I was
bitch.
like, I literally can't understand what's going on.
That's like working in the kitchen in the restaurant.
Yes, dude.
Damn.
And right then and there, and my mom and dad would always fight. Dude, my name before it was Kevin was supposed to be like an 8-syllable long name.
Maximiliano.
Yeah, and they were
was
just
supposed to be
like,
mine.
my dad was like, once I was born, they were like, what's the baby's name? And he was like, Kevin, write it down, like.
My dad did that to me. My name was supposed to be Maximiliano because my mom had chosen that. And then my birth was apparently like really bad. So she knocked out as soon as I came out. And my dad was like, actually, let's make it Ricardo.
Yeah, but also mine was supposed to be Julieta, and my dad was like, no, it's Adriana.
Yeah. It's,
The men. Very machismo.
It's a patriarchy for a reason, idiot.
Yeah, it was weird. And then but yeah, once I started learning and, it was kind of a thing like, okay, yeah, I need it for the job. But also at the same time, I was like, for a long time, this has been removed from me, the culture. And it's not of a choice of my own, it was my dad, in his sense, protecting me from
it was
what
like
could happen.
survival instinct.
Yeah.
I had a manager that was kind of like the same thing. He was older. He was, when I was working there, he was probably like in his 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And his name was Ismael. And I was like, oh, dude, you're like Mexican. Like, you don't speak Spanish? He's like, no, because when I was coming up, like, it wasn't a thing. Like, I pay you an extra $1 an hour because you speak Spanish. Mm-hmm. You like growing up, like I didn't get anything for that. So my parents, it was the same thing. What your dad did. His parents didn't want him to speak Spanish because they didn't want anybody to basically like realize like, oh shit, these are Mexicans.
Yes, 100%, man. And it's like, and trying to embrace that now and realize that it's something that does need to be embraced. And because if I don't embrace that, then what am I? Then just like another dude just kind of cruising around.
Yeah.
You don't have a culture. You don't have.
Yeah, exactly. I just have. I'm just like
you're a white guy.
Around. Yeah, I'm a white guy. Nobody wants to be that. All right?
No.
Nobody wants to be
Not
white.
right
Not
now.
at this time.
Yeah. So it was.
Bo Burnham has that song "Straight White Man." Have you ever heard it?
No, I don't think
so.
Sing
Funny.
For me? What is
Straight white man. I know the road looks tough ahead.
What the fuck?
It's funny. It's funny
What
and
the
shit,
fuck?
dude.
Way home.
He's like
Yeah.
the gays want rights, the blacks want not to be called the blacks.
Yeah, dude. But like, I think, so leaning into that and learning, and that's the thing, right? I can't just be, I can't just say I'm one thing, but not. So I really, when I wanted to embrace the culture, I was like, I need to learn, and I need to learn more about just how we speak or what we say to each other, but really embrace the culture. And that's kind of like, when I started doing comedy, I was like, I'm just gonna lean into it, you know, the Mexican kid named Kevin, and try to just lean into that.
No, Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin.
right. Yeah.
Kevin.
Or if my mom said Kevin, you know what I'm saying? It's got you got to hit the B where the V's at. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured I'd lean into that and have some fun with it. And it's always the thing, man. It's like, oh, I'm Mexican. There's somebody in the crowd like, I know a white guy when I see him. Nope, you're quiet.
You give white guy vibes.
Good.
Though.
That's what my dad was going for. So like he would.
I'm making it proud.
I'm carrying out his legacy.
Like my dad's in heaven right now. Like,
oh, he's fine.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. That's a weird way to bring that up. No. Yeah. He passed away a few years ago. It's all good. Yeah.
What did he die from?
He had esophageal cancer. It's like a weird thing too, which runs in my family. Both my uncle, well, my dad's brother, they had the exact same disease, same esophageal cancer, and they were both heavy smokers.
Oh, damn.
But I mean, like, you know, I don't smoke like a pack a day like he did, but it's
Do you smoke?
I vape and I smoke. No, I don't. Never mind. Are we recording? No.
Do you gravitate towards a lot of these superfoods that are known to fight cancer because of that?
Wait, there's superfoods out there that beat cancer? Well, I definitely. So here's my thing, right? I have my dad's death left like a really nasty taste in my mouth because of the medicine he was getting, the treatment he was getting, all this stuff. It was all his medicine that he was taking was completely like suppressive, right? The second you take it, you're knocking out, and it's just like it. And that was like one of the things. I wish there was something that could have helped him, but he's esophageal, right? So he was off a feeding tube for the last year of his life, which was like one of the worst things to see. But like also, if there was other stuff that could have prevented it, I would have been down for it. But gosh, man, like seeing, like I'd give him his medicine, 5 minutes later he's out, and I'm just like, well, I'll see you in a few days, you know, like.
So he's alive, but not really like
there. Dude, and that was probably the worst thing. And people are like, go to the doctor, medicine. And I was like, dude, if you just smoked a joint, like you'd probably be chilling right now.
That's me. I'm very much science, doctors. I'm all for it. I know, but I don't know.
I'm just like that because I'm an idiot, and I figure like, hey, if you're gonna pay $300,000 to tell me what to take, I think that's probably good.
I mean,
no, you're right, and I mean, like, it was an interesting thing. But
also, if I had cancer and they're telling me I'm dying, kill me right now. I want to die now.
We get that from our mom. Our mom literally would tell us this like as we were going to sleep.
Yeah, and she'll even tell us now like, don't ever let me get to the point where somebody has to wipe my ass.
She's like tucking you in. She's like, let me die.
She had a doctor's appointment this week and she was like, remember, pull the plug.
Holy shit, dude. That's pretty sweet. Well, I mean, that's kind of, dude. It was weird seeing him like in that state. But like, I would always ask him, I'd be like, he was very quiet. You know, I'd be like, so how are you? Like, I'm fine. Like, obviously you're not. Like, you're not. I'm pushing you around in a wheelchair. You're not fine. I was like, you can tell
not.
me.
I just meal prep for you with a blender.
I was like, bro, you're not okay. I was like, this is not good. And but yeah, he was always like that. Just like, and dude, like the last time I saw him, I was like, you're gonna be fine. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine. No, he's not.
No, I'm sad now.
But no, he's good. Sorry, let's pick this up. Okay, let's pick this up.
Is your mom still alive?
No, she is. She's great.
What's the age difference with your dad and your mom?
I think it was only like 10 years. My mom's in her 60s now.
Okay.
Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 26, and my dad was born. I was born when my dad was 47.
But you're not the oldest.
No, I'm the youngest. Yeah.
So how old is your oldest?
50, mid 50s.
Your brother?
50s? Yeah. Yeah, he's like my father.
You do realize that that's going to be our situation, right?
Yeah. So
me and you
with our little brother.
Yeah, but he doesn't count.
He doesn't count. He counts.
See, that's exactly what I was telling you about. That's how my brothers feel about me. Was they're like, yeah, but I was like, I was the first family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
see,
it is one of those things. But it's weird because I mean, you have a dad. You grew up like 25 years with this guy, and you think you're the end of the road, and then all of a sudden, this child comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, this is my brother. You know, like
but
I already
also,
have.
We've never met him.
I've met him.
Oh, true. You have.
Well, I've never met, but like twice.
Yeah. Okay.
Twice.
That's multiple.
Right, but like, did you grow up with your 50-year-old brother?
He wasn't 50 when I was growing up.
Well, you know.
No, I did see him though because he was around my age about that time, so he was living on his own. He had just finished college. All the other ones were either finishing college or they just got their jobs outside of college. So my first memories with them, they were my age, like doing whatever I'm doing, just kind of running around. And
but within the 10 years that you're alive,
never.
You saw him more than 2 times.
Yeah.
Within 10 years?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, we're in the same city, right? I assume.
Yeah.
We're not even in the same country.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's more of an effort. Your brother just had to like drive over, you know.
So I gotta book a flight.
No, I mean, 2 of my brothers. So yeah, I guess it is kind of like that. One of my brothers, he sucks, and we don't know where he's at.
So 4 total?
Oh,
3. 3
total.
brothers, 1 sister, and a half sister.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But yeah, he works at like a rock quarry or something lame. Like he doesn't fucking do anything cool like this. You know, he's just breaking rocks all day. And my other brother, the oldest one, he was definitely more like a father figure. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't really joke with me, but he was very stern, and he has like 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? And the youngest one was the coolest. He's the one that felt the most like my brother. Maybe it's because he's closer in age.
Well,
to me.
what's the difference in age?
Like 20 years. But he was cool. He treated me like a brother, and he's still to this day. He's the one I hang out with the most, and the other ones.
He's 40.
Yeah, with kids. Yeah, just full blown.
So you were
man.
essentially an only child.
Well, I had my sister, and my sister's only a year older than me.
Oh, well,
yeah. She was the highlight of my childhood.
I
don't know if y'all do it, but like Mexican kids, when we fight, we get physical. We don't argue. Yeah. We fight.
There's video.
We've choked each other out.
Yeah.
There's video footage of him slapping the shit out of me.
Yeah.
On our podcast.
It's just how it goes, man. And it's just one of those things. Like
he calls me a bitch.
Okay, well,
I call you a bitch, you fucking dumb slut.
I call him a cunt.
Big C's. I like that word. That's a tough word. I think.
I've never understood why.
But I mean, think about it like this though. You guys fight each other, but no matter what, if somebody gets out of line with either of you, it's like it's on sight. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very deep rooted.
Yeah, we've both had examples of that.
When?
If someone just swung on him, you wouldn't be like, "Yo, what the hell?"
I'd be like, I would look at the size.
No.
I would look at the person. I would look at the color.
Dial it back, like,
huh?
You can even dial it back. Like I talk about him,
but you can't. Yeah. That's the shit me and my sister, because did y'all go to school with each other?
Yeah. We're only 2 years apart.
Okay, yeah. So you knew, you're the younger one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. And then, so that was the
look
thing.
at her old ass.
Oh, shit. I didn't want to, as I was saying it,
You didn't want to what? So you thought it.
Somebody up. I was like, I'm setting somebody up.
Gabby.
Of course I'm here. Look at her. She's weathered.
But anyways, y'all get, like, when you were walking through class, right? You see your little brother in the hallway and you're like, yo, I ain't gonna talk to this motherfucker. But you're like,
no, she was the opposite. She was the opposite.
Well, you try to call
because
him
she
out?
was a loser.
No, I was.
So she had like no friends. No. But like, because my freshman year was her senior year in high school.
Yeah.
So I was a cool ass bitch.
Yeah, you were like established.
You did.
Yeah,
had, like,
I was
as a
like,
loser.
Yeah, you were like
exactly.
I remember we would like walk into school and you wanted everybody to know that your brother was there. And then she put me in ROTC, like talked to my advisor and was like, hey, this is my little brother. Just put him in this class.
Yeah, he's motivated. He wants to serve in the war. Yeah.
It was actually a Marine Corps ROTC.
Shit?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I was going to go to the Marines.
And what happened?
I didn't go to the fucking Marines.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the best thing I've heard. Some people be like, "Oh, I went to the Marines. What happened? Man, I twisted my ankle. I got this D1 scholarship that fell through,
also,
and then like
I got pregnant.
Yeah, but hey, people are just like, I just didn't join that shit.
No,
I'm like, I
fuck
respect
that.
it. I was like, I wish I didn't do that.
No, you know what it was? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what it was?
Yeah.
The recruiter that was at my high school didn't take me seriously enough because I was a girl.
Dude, there's if you're kind of lucky because like some of the recruiters that took their women too seriously got in some trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had 3 of my recruiters. Guys, if you're watching, you fucking know who you are. 3 of my recruiters get booted
Can we clip this?
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Just got like, and like we'd come out and there'd be the recruiters and they're like, man, fucking, what's up, new guys? You ready to join? Blah, blah, blah. You ready? And then they'd see the girls and they're like, you are just a great specimen of like physical ability.
And then
what if they were though?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, like that's cool and all, but they'd still fuck them, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? like, they'd be like, oh, what happened to Staff Sergeant so-and-so? It's like, oh, well, he fucked this PFC. And
now he's at another base completely.
That's what we were talking about.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
No, like I saw through that shit, and that's why I didn't go, honestly.
Dude, yeah,
I was like,
It gets dodgy,
but also
man.
I got pregnant.
I mean, I had one of my recruiters, like they'll do anything to get people in, you know what I'm saying? And recruiting's the hardest part is like, how do they cast that net to at least make you show up? And once you sign that paperwork though, they will ride for you. I remember, so I had a criminal record. Doesn't sound as bad as it does. But
Can we know about it?
Yeah. It's a drug paraphernalia charge. It was so stupid. It's not even like legit. But like, and the cop was a dick about it too. But whatever. He had shorts on.
You should have asked him.
What? If you get pulled over with a cop by
was
a
he
cop
on the bike?
with shorts, no, bro. That's what made me mad. Man hopped out the SUV with shorts and like calf high boots, and I was like, you're missing at least a third of protection, and you're just like,
I'm gonna just shoot you in your knee.
Yeah, bro. And it was such a bad experience. And I remember going and like, because you have to report all the things to the government, right? Because that's who you're going to work for. And the government needs to know everything from the speeding tickets to the whatever. And I had to go through this whole system to get my police records from the court. And my recruiter lost it. And the day that I'm shipping out to go to the military, they're supposed to give all this paperwork. Sorry. Can
we know the name?
Yeah, he forges my police document and goes, he calls me as I'm getting ready to go on the bus. He goes, hey, what did you get in trouble for? And I was like, drug paraphernalia. He goes, what was the date? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And he was like, I was 14. And he goes, well, just give me like a general explanation of what could have happened that day. And he's just, I'm talking through it and he's typing. He goes, hold on. Wait, what was the officer's name? And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing, just typing something up. And I was like, oh shit.
How old were you?
My notes.
18. Yeah. Well, no, when it happened, I was 14.
No. When
I was 18. And
when he was committing the
like,
felony, how old?
Oh yeah. When he was lying to the government. Yeah. And this sent it off. And I remember like looking through my paperwork and there's like, I'm looking through everything, medical records, official documents. And then there's like this pristine white piece of paper with like Times New Roman on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's got like clip art from Microsoft Word. And I'm like, this ain't no fucking police report, bro.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Are you still in the Marines, cool. Like doing reserve or anything?
So I got out in 2019 and I did think about the reserves, but once I got out and I tasted that freedom, I was kind of just like, all right, yeah, I'm chilling now. And I had a different, I guess, agenda. Because I was getting out when my dad was sick and I was like, I'd rather just be either hanging out with him than staying in. And shit was getting weird. Me and Ricky were talking about it downstairs, but there was a bunch of stuff in the military that I either did or saw that I was just like, we're not doing really anything beneficial. I was like, as cool as it is, and don't get me wrong, I'm proud of it, but I'm like, a lot of times I'm kind of just like, what are we doing? Like, yeah,
but honestly, like that's known.
Yes, dude, 100% as to what your purpose is. And then the big thing that really threw me off was like, I would ask myself, or I would ask out loud, like, what are we doing here? And people would be like, we're helping. You know what I'm saying? And then some kid gets hit with a helicopter blade and you're like, I don't think we're helping.
Oh shit.
And you're just like, dude, accidents happen, bro. And you're like,
I once heard of a military base.
Accident would not have happened because it involved a helicopter in a country that has no helicopters.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. And that was kind of the thing where I was like, yeah, bro, I'm good off that. It was fun while it lasted. No, I don't regret it, but man, it was ridiculous.
I heard of a military base that they had like a required spending limit and they didn't reach that spending limit, so they bought like a shit ton of Post-its. Yeah, and like office supplies.
Budgets, that's a big thing people don't get in the military or just in the government. The budget stuff, it goes nuts. And if you don't meet that budget, the next time you get the budget, it's going to be smaller.
Yeah.
So these guys are just like, fuck it. What do you want?
Whatever. Yeah,
dude, buy some new tanks, buy some new parts, buy some new guns, and then you just have all this gear that's sitting around. It's never going to get used, and then eventually we're just going to leave it in Afghanistan.
There was that video that leaked.
Anybody? All right. Anybody? Deep cut. Yeah.
Carlos, that's Carlos's area.
There was that video that leaked of those. I can't remember if it was Marines or if it was soldiers, but they were shooting, like just wasting bullets, and it was because they had an overstock of their ammunition.
Most of the times when you see those dudes on the internet and they have the 2 machine guns in their hands, that's definitely what it's for. No, they're not always that cool to let us do shit like that. So they're once
like, hey, shoot in this general direction. We don't think there's anybody over there.
Jesus Christ, that's some bullshit.
Sounds awesome.
Good times. But I mean, like, dude, we're working over there with stuff that's like, I mean, we'd be working with artillery because that was my like thing, right? I was an artillery mechanic, and each round is just thousands of dollars, right? And we're just hucking 30 at a time, and you're just like, I wonder where all this money's coming from, you know? Like,
me, bitch.
Yeah. Like y'all
support the troops.
Yeah, y'all are paying taxes, and we're just offloading shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are just offloading shit, and we're not even like that's the thing. Like, when you guys are like, man, those brave men and women are over there.
I don't think anybody's thinking that anymore. I don't think we're at that point anymore.
Excuse yourself.
When we're over there, we are not like we're not in the mindset of like, I'm a hero. We're like, when the fuck can we go home? Like, this sucks. Like, this sucks so hard.
Do you regret it?
Absolutely not. I don't regret anything that I did. I just definitely have. I'm glad I did it because it opened up my mind. Yeah, I grew, and that's what it was. Where I saw things behind. I saw the underbelly of the other side of the world, the shit that the cameras aren't picking up and posting on the news, and it made me think like I can help in another way besides doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even. I was telling Ricky, I didn't even put thought into joining. I just
that's hilarious.
Did it because you did it.
Yeah,
tell him what you fucking told me downstairs.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
no,
so
hold on. Let's slow it down because I'm gonna clip this.
Okay. So I was in high school. I had no scholarships, no academic scholarships. I had nothing going on for me. My girlfriend at the time, she was going to college. All my friends had gotten into college. They were already accepted. And I had nothing. And one day I was working out and I was doing some wrestling, and this guy walks in a uniform and he goes, hey, where's it's funny, the kid's name was Ricky actually. And he goes, where's Ricky? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, and he was like, all right. And then I found him in the locker room. I go, hey dude, there's this Marine guy looking for you. And he's like, man, this asshole is like chasing me around. He's trying to get me to sign up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. I was like, don't do that. I was like, ugh. You know, you don't want to get caught up in the military, right? Like, And then as I'm walking out of the locker room, the guy shows up again. He goes, what's your name, man? What grade are you in? And I was like, man, I'm Kevin. I'm a 12th grader. And he goes, where are you going to college? I said, I ain't going to college. And he said, come on over here, have a little chat with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And literally, dude, it must have been like first period. By third period, but after that conversation, he had talked me into it. I said, I'll meet you at Starbucks tonight at 7:00. Right after that, in my head, I was like, I'm joining. So I called my girlfriend, told her to meet me in the parking lot of the high school, and I broke up with her. She was not happy about that.
They usually aren't.
Quick move. Yeah, quick move. But I was like, trust me, it'll all make sense in a little bit. I didn't even, and she was like, why? And I was like, because I'm going to the military. And she was like, that's so stupid. That is so ridiculous.
She was right.
She was right. She sucked though, but she was terrible.
Yeah, but that too.
And she's like, and basically that night, I show up at the Starbucks 7:00, and he sits down, and he's got all this paperwork, and he's like, look, I don't want to force anything on you. I'm just here to chit chat, and if you want to sign paperwork, let's do it. The chat lasted 5 minutes. I said, just hand it to me. Just give me the paperwork. And he handed me a pen, signed it off, boom, boom, boom. All right, I'll see you in a few weeks, and we'll meet up, and we'll go to, the government and, process you and figure all this shit out. So I went home, looked at my dad, and I was like, Dad, I'm going to the military.
Can I ask you a question as a mother?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you not think to talk to your mother?
My mom, so this is like a whole other thing, but so my mom and my dad split when I was 6, and we have not had a good relationship until like 2 years ago. I think our relationship got better after my dad passed away because we had to lean on each other more. But yeah, my mom, we just never really talked because of our past. But my dad had a funny reaction because I remember I came in, I just looked at him, and he was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was like, I joined the military. And he was like, what branch? And I was like, the Marine Corps. And he was like, good luck. And then he just flipped the TV back on and was like, I don't care. he was like, we're going to find out if you really want to do that shit or not, you know?
Well, I mean, you're already going to, like, you can't go back.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't. And he was, it was tight. It was super cool, though, to see that. But yeah, no thought went into it. I wasn't like growing up like, oh, man, I'm going to be a warrior. It didn't even cross my mind. It was
I have 6 boys, 5 under 11.
Yeah.
I'm like, you will not be a cop. You will not be a firefighter. You will not be any sort of armed person.
Yeah, don't be a uniformed representator or representer of an organization. You know what I'm saying? Because those motherfuckers die a lot. You know,
I'm sorry, but I didn't get these stretch marks for you to go off and die somewhere.
Then why'd you have so many of them? You have backups.
Money. They're an investment in the long run.
I wanted to be a cop for a while. This was literally right after. No, so I was. I wanted to get out, right? As I was getting out of the military, I was like, I'm going to go to Dallas and be a cop. And this was like a little bit after. From? Dallas. I was born in Dallas. And I grew up around, lived in Allen, lived in Detroit for a little bit when I was a kid. And then I moved back here. And
Detroit, Texas?
No, Detroit. Michigan. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sick. Me and Eminem hung out every day.
Nice. You were out there cruising around 8 Mile.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
In Detroit?
No, God, no, absolutely.
The houses are like $12.
Yeah, for real. Dude, I lived in so like it was weird, man. In Michigan, my mom got remarried 6 months after she divorced my dad, which like
that's a sign of a healthy.
You had that shit.
That's a G.
I had that shit in your back pocket.
Hell yeah. Be prepared, ladies. Be prepared.
And I remember she was like, "You're gonna meet your new dad. We're gonna move to Michigan.
New dad.
He loves SpongeBob." I was like, "That's fucking weird." I was like,
"How old were you? How old were you?"
I was 6. Yeah, 6 years old. So, and she was like telling me about how it was gonna be cool and everything, and how my mom's very religious, very, very religious. Catholic? Yeah, Catholic. Raised Catholic, but now she's Christian, which I don't really know how fast that separates, but hey, you know. We went there, dude, and she was like, he's very religious. He's very strong in his faith. And I was like, cool, man, like whatever.
She's telling you this at 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like we're going to be going, she's telling me that my life's about to change, right? We're going to be going to church every day. And that's how it was. I went to church Monday, choir practice on Tuesday, Bible study on Wednesday, another Bible study on Thursday, late night Bible studies on Friday. Saturday, we have a church service. Sunday, we have a church service. I'm in the church choir. So it was.
You can sing?
No, God, no.
No, don't lie. Come on now.
But like,
why are you getting red for?
Yeah, chill. All right, well, since you asked. But like,
figure.
But yeah, it was one of those things, and I was like thinking about it, and when we got into the neighborhood, it was a 1-street neighborhood. There was about 20 houses, 10 on each side. Rock road, no pavement, no asphalt. A rock road with a church at the end. And that was everyone in the community. That was our community, was those 20 houses. And everyone that went to church, everyone knew each other. Everyone knew what was going on. Everybody saw each other every single day. And it was, we're going to pray 3 times a day. We're going to pray before you eat. If you don't pull out your Bible, if you don't want to read from your own Bible, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like type stuff. Like I got grounded because I was reading off my sister's Bible and not my own Bible.
So you're Amish.
Yeah, basically, pretty much, dude. Like it was.
Did you go to the Westboro Baptist Church?
Dude, I felt like it, dude. I remember he was one of those guys who was like, when he was teaching me about like saying bad words, he was like, "Now you don't want to say anything like, God forgive me, fuck, shit, ass." And I was like, wow, okay. And then like,
so I could just say, God forgive me.
Yeah,
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I couldn't watch anything PG-13 R-rated. You know, he made me watch like SpongeBob a lot, and like we'd watch it together. It's fucking weird. And,
so you're not Mexican, like you were raised, traditionally. Yeah,
because
your mom is Mexican, so you.
Yeah, when my mom had custody, I was gonna say possession over us. That's pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. She had me, bro. The thing was like, she wasn't gonna let her culture leave. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she always spoke in Spanish. She always dated white guys, which is crazy. And she always tried to teach them Spanish, and like she didn't get it. Her most recent husband, dude, he hits it, right? Like he knows his shit. Like, so I'm pretty proud of him. But
wait, what do you mean? He's white too?
yeah, he's white too. Yeah, dude, my mom's out here bag chasing. You think she's just gonna settle for another fucking Mexican?
I was about to say, like,
Hey, but that's
He's out here
sad.
bag chasing, bro. This man's name's Richard. She said, "Bet I'm finna get this bag." And he was a manager at ADT Home Security. Yo, shout out Richard.
They make
Oh, you
money.
like him?
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I called him
money.
Dick for a while. He didn't like that. Yeah. That's how I was trying to break him in. I was like, "What's up, Dick?" He's like, "It's Rich." I was like, "Nah."
It's not, though.
Yeah.
It's Dick.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. But yeah, like my mom tried to hold on to it as much as she could. But the thing was, I wasn't with my mom for a long time. So the few years that I was, you know, she was. I mean, it was fucking. You open up a butter can and there's rice and beans inside that shit, and you're like, "This is
Okay,
Mexican
so
as hell."
okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
and you know,
So you're
like
good.
it's
That's a good litmus test.
You're good.
Why do I need 23andMe?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it was always fun, but you know. Like I just had too much of my dad in me. I was like, oh, I'm an American, you know. I'm an American.
Hell
You
yeah.
can't make me speak no Spanish. Yeah.
God ain't right.
So how long were you with your mom?
Only like 3 years. I'd say like
It's from 6 to
from
what's
six,
the math?
Yeah, 6 to
on,
7,
come
6
on.
to 8, maybe.
9.
My mom just we were in Michigan living, and my dad. So I didn't get to talk to my dad like at all. Like after 6,
In that
when they
amount
got
of time,
divorced.
yeah.
Yeah, when my mom was living, when I was with my mom, she wouldn't let me talk to my dad. No phone calls, no emails, no letters. The only thing I got from my dad in the few years that I was away from him was a Queen CD. And he was like, "This is my favorite album. I hope you enjoy it." And it was Queen's best hits. And I was just like, "What the hell is this, bro?" And
pretty
We Will
dope.
Rock You came on, bro. I was getting hype in my room and shit. I was like,
They let you have it?
Yeah, man. It was really cool to and I feel like my mom was trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like literally the only contact I've had with my dad was getting a CD. And one day she just looked at me and my sister was like, "You're going back to live with your mom or with your dad. You're going on a plane next week. That's it." And yeah,
What?
I just hopped on a plane with my sister. We flew back to Texas. My dad picked me up. Had a brand new white mom. I was like, "Let's fucking go." I was like, had a white step family, 2-story house. I was like, "Your boy balling now." I was like, "We made it."
So this is how the other side lives.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my
I was like, I came in that bitch hype too.
God.
I was like dapping all my new siblings up. I was like, "What's up? What's up?" Like I'm new to the team, right?
What's up,
I'm like,
Kev?
yeah. I'm like, "We gonna
Nice to
make
meet
it."
you.
I was like, "We gonna get a championship, brother."
You know about the 50-year-old?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my
It was
God.
cool, but yeah, me and my mom and we didn't really talk, dude. I remember I was leaving for my deployment and she texted me and it just said, "I'm moving back to Mexico." Boom. And that was it. But also Trump was in, so I was like, "You better." I was like, "It's safer." I was like,
That's probably a good idea.
yeah,
the
that's a good
time.
idea. Before he gets you better get the fuck back. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's cool though. We're mad cool now. Like we really got over the hump. I think what it was, like I said, when my dad passed away, we just really had to lean on each other. And then you know I started leaning more and finding out more about my culture and who I was. Dude, the first time I spoke to my mom in Spanish.
Now it makes sense
went-
though, because from 9 to however many years ago where you started learning like about your culture again,
Oh, yeah.
you were with white people.
Oh yeah, I was, dude. I mean, I went to I don't know if you Plano West, that's a
Yeah.
big old
Yeah.
white high school, you know, and I stuck out like a sore thumb because you know my dad, we're like lower middle class, if not just poor, you know, going to Plano West and kids are showing up like 16 years old and Teslas, and I'm like, yeah, my dad's dropping me off at the front, and I'm just like, "See you later, Dad." Like, you know, and it was I definitely. But all my friends, you know, dudes named like Gage who play lacrosse and shit, like those are the homies, right?
Lacrosse.
Like, yeah, like you know Frank,
So
and
rapists.
Teddy, like, oh god, no, not him.
The
He's a cool
future
guy. He's a
leaders
cool
of
guy.
America.
Okay, so
Cool
all
guy.
of them except for Gabe.
Yeah. A few of them did catch charges. That's on them though. Yeah.
Why was she dressed like that? Anyway,
You're such a dick.
It's your fault. Yeah, good times. Yeah.
why you showing
time.
titties? You don't wanna show
No.
me a titty.
I mean, high school was cool. Sorry.
They got
Wait,
charges.
were you on the lacrosse team?
No, fuck no, dude. I couldn't.
Because you're
play
also
sports.
a Marine.
No,
I have a
dude.
bias against
I was
Marines.
bad. I
Did
was
we?
bad at sports.
I do.
Did y'all play sports in high school?
Hail to the no.
I was a cheerleader.
Word?
Yeah.
No shit, dude. Tell me. Have you talked about it on the show? You were a cheerleader?
No,
I probably-
actually, no.
Bro, tell me. I want to
haven't.
know.
I talked
dude.
about it. I
Yeah,
think I
tell
talked
me.
about
I
it.
want to know about this.
Well, can I?
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was gay.
Why though?
Because I was a cheerleader, I was in choir, I did theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make-
It's
For-
like the
For all
general
intents-
like.
yeah.
Bro, I love
This
it
was
when
also
straight
like
people think like, dude, this guy's talented. He must be fucking gay. Like,
Hey, but also true.
yeah, bro. It's like,
Ma'am.
wait.
I think it was more the dick sucking probably. But
No, Ricky has a little swagger to him when he walks.
You got some flavor, bro.
He does.
Flavor,
He has
got a little extra
and
seasoning.
that's, dude. I mean, it's like the thing when you're a kid. You know, it's like people will throw around racial terms and gay when you're a kid so often because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you just show up to school and you're brown and they're like, you are, you know, and they just start throwing it out there and you're like, not really, but yeah, you know, and everything was gay.
They'd be calling you wetback. Like, I have my birth certificate here.
It's like, I'm actually a citizen. But but kids don't care and they throw that shit around, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I actually love that you were a cheerleader.
So what pushed you to being a cheerleader?
My gay friend, my gay ass friend Johnny. I swear to God, dude. Okay, so like I was dating.
Does he know Johnny?
Do you? I don't think you do. Okay, so like he was a cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
And he did it like his sophomore year, his junior year, and his senior year. But or no, maybe just his junior year. He was a year ahead of me. But then for his senior year, he was like, I want to get more guys into it because it's actually like a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then he asked me about it, and I was jokingly like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, whatever. And then the day of, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, you're not really going to do this, are you? And I was like, yeah, watch, I'm going to do it. I'm going like
So you're just like jokingly.
I was
like,
jokingly telling her, like, just to kind of make her mad, just like negging her a little bit, just like, the meeting is in there in the dance room. I'm going to go there right now. And then I walked by, and I don't know how. I guess he got like a sixth sense, or he smelled me. As I was walking past the door, all I was going to do was walk past and then walk right back. Yeah. But as I was walking past the door, he opens it and he's like, oh, there you are. And then he just grabbed me. And I was just there. And it ended up being super fun. It was a lot of fun. It was like we would go to every football game. It kind of helped me like get on track with like my school shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I had like if I didn't pass, then I wouldn't be able to, you know, hang out with everybody. And I met like probably like two of my really close friends to do that.
That's
so it ended up being really cool.
It's crazy how stuff like that just falls into place. Like just randomly one day you're like, I'll just do it, you know, as like a one off, and then it evolves into that. Yeah. And yeah, dude, I think cheerleading. Bro, okay, so there's like a few people in this world that I will not fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
a collegiate cheerleader?
Yeah, dude. Yes. Dudes with cauliflower ear, guys with LA ball caps or New York ball caps, and male cheerleaders. All right, those guys are fucking ruthless, and they will kill you. Like, yeah, dude. And like, how are you gonna step on confidence of a dude who's just surrounded by fabulousness every day? You're like, bro, like, come on, dude.
You know what the coolest thing was? Yeah. Like since there wasn't that many guys the year before I had gotten in, we ended up getting like 10 dudes, right? Yep. So they brought in like an actual coach to try to teach us like difficult ass
shit. You just made like a powerhouse team of just like
when you join a cheerleader, I was like, oh, that's my brother Ricky. Like, I got so much respect for that.
I wish the rest of the family was like that. They were all like, we knew it.
Yeah, dude. So, so tell me, so, I mean, you know what's going on, right? Because you're like, well, I'm doing it, and it's athletic, and, you know, you're actually having fun. When you're telling your homies or your friends, like, did they have, like, an adverse reaction to, like...
No, not really.
Okay,
because most of my, like, I had, like, 2 other friends that ended up doing it also. Nice. So it wasn't a thing of, like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Also, like, I feel like if
I'll
it was...
handspring off this bitch.
It was just cool because we got to do like a bunch of like acrobatic shit.
Dude, that's
because like the first year I was in it was kind of just like, oh, there's a bunch of guys, but we don't really have the resources to like coach y'all to do more difficult things. Yeah. And then the following year they brought in like a company that coached us to do like these wild fucking shit, dude. Like we were throwing bitches around, like they were flipping up and down. There was one I remember
that bitch right here.
Watch me spin her. And then fucking this one time, I think this was my junior year when we kind of like introduced doing that shit.
Yeah.
So our coach tried to get us to do like this really crazy combination where like it was like 3 squads and they all had to do this crazy maneuvers and shit. And in practice, swear to God, the girl that I had to like support, swear to God, her ass hit my face no less than 100 times.
Oh, what?
Swear to God.
Were you like was a piece of you like, man, this sucks, or was that other piece of you like, this is the best day of my fucking life? Like
it hurts after a while. She was this black chicken. She had like she had a donk.
Oh no.
She had a fucking donk. So it was just
Have you ever? But you were like, did you ever drop anybody?
I don't think I did. I saved a lot of people.
Oh God.
Because like
You are Captain Save.
That's how you. Yeah, that's how you do it, bro. That was like your thing. You're just waiting for someone to fall, so you catch and be like, "Oh, are you okay?"
I remember.
That's his shit.
Yeah,
I remember.
Oh, it's a good thing I was here.
Yeah, this one time, like I was just like standing around because we would have to like spot whenever they were doing like new shit.
Yeah.
You know, like just to be safe. And we were on the track, and this girl went up and she did like this crazy thing, like she did like a backflip or some shit. And then I saw that they weren't gonna like catch her, so I slid. I basically just did like a shoot and slid, and I caught her. Yeah. But her shoulder slammed into my balls. But,
Oh my God.
Like, I got her like this, and like her head hit my chest, but then her shoulder just like, bah!
My gosh.
And, like I didn't feel it for a second, so I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Did you hit your head? Are you good?" So no, thank you so much. I'm okay. All right, cool. Get the fuck off. I just roll out.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, that sounds terrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I found the same thing when I can't really say it's close, but I started playing volleyball when I was like 15, and I got in from a church group. Like this lady, I went for a charity event, and we were at a church, and I played some volleyball with some friends, and this lady comes up, she goes, "I'm starting a men's team. Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you want me to play volleyball? Okay, like, you know, whatever." And I was like, "Whatever, I'll show up to a few practices." Ended up falling in love with the sport, ended up going into a men's league, and then like playing 15 through 16 and playing all this volleyball. And then like, you know, that's the one thing you tell you, like I'm in high school and my friends are like, "Oh, so what are you playing football?" I'm like, play volleyball. And they're like, "Oh, you got to wear like spandex or something, huh?" And you're like, no, we wear basketball shorts. It's cool, dude. You know, and like, but that was the thing, right? We're like always around, you're always surrounded by girls, always surrounded. But like, dude, you don't understand. These guys are jumping with like 50-inch verticals. Like, it's like, wait, can you do a backflip?
On the trampoline, yeah.
Yo, you're gonna have to bring that to the stage, bro. I think
I can't bring a trampoline.
Bro, bring a small trampoline and be like, "All right, let's get this thing started," and just do a backflip.
Yeah. And in a pool, we can do backflips
underwater?
in a pool. No, dumbass.
Into a pool?
Into the pool.
I can, but every time my head gets this close to the fucking edge.
Yeah, dude, no way. I don't like water
time.
up my nose. I'm a real bitch about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how to swim?
Yeah. How do you think I got here? What the fuck? Yeah, man, I know how to swim. That was like a big thing. My mom and dad were really big on that. Is like we need to make sure our kid can survive on their own type stuff. And I'm sure like
God.
You know, like
Same.
your parents were giving you street advice when you were a kid, but you didn't know it was street advice. You know what I'm saying? But they were just kicking knowledge to you to where it's like, don't talk to this guy or watch out for this type of shit or like, you know.
Our dad was like going into our room and telling us about drugs.
Yeah, like
specifically to try drugs.
Okay, I was like that's good, you know.
Our dad
at 11, I was 11.
Yeah, our dad was like a cholo.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I was drinking at 12. Yeah. I was like sniffing drugs in
Was it
middle
like
school.
with like parents, or were you just like on your own? Like
that girl that you met earlier?
Yeah.
With her.
Word. She was nice. Nice lady. Yeah. She seemed cool.
Everything worked out.
But because of that, because our dad was so like open.
He was very open.
Yeah,
very open, very liberal, very like.
See, it's interesting that you guys got that. My dad was stern, so we didn't really have talks like that. You know, I literally do not remember having the birds and the bees talks. I didn't get the talking to about drugs until I got caught that night. Like it was on the way home. My dad was like, "God damn it. You know, I thought we were going to have this conversation a few years from now." He's like, "But we'll just do it now. Smoking's bad. You can get in trouble. It's not good." And then he was like, "Here's your phone."
That was like literally the opposite of what Daddy used to tell us.
Really?
Bro.
Yeah.
We did not bring it up.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Dude, my dad was he was like, I tried weed once in Vietnam and I didn't like it. And I was like,
Vietnam.
I was like, I don't think I would have fun smoking weed in Vietnam, especially like
with fucking Charlie everywhere.
Dude, maybe the trees weren't talking. You were just so fucking faded. Like, you know, and he was never, he never really like opened up. So your parents were like very, what are they like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend talk, stuff like that? Did they ever talk to you about that or like?
Yeah.
Was he like ever like, "Hey, fucking, here's what's gonna happen if you're not careful," and stuff like that?
I got the birds and the bees talk twice. I got it once from Dad when I was like 11 and he was drunk.
Yeah.
He just walked in one day and he was like, "Hey, listen, you know how babies are born around?" I was like, "Yeah, it's sex." Okay. Because they had told that, like,
I
I
hit him with that stern.
You learn that before your parents even talk to you about it. I learned that in like first, second grade.
Dude,
I learned it because of mom and dad. Because I asked.
Because of the internet. I was just like, let's see, 8008Z. You know what I'm saying?
Just Googling sex.
Yeah.
So like, and then he just kind of talked to me about it, basically being like, look, it's like a nice thing. It's very fun, but also like there's consequences to it, like everything in life.
Very fun. Like, sometimes you can lift your leg a little like that. You know what I'm saying?
When they get that fucking arch,
you got to get leverage. And you're like, okay, Dad, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Always wear socks. That was a big thing.
What?
You never know when a fool might sock check you, bro.
He said it like 3 times. He said it like 3 times, like during the sex talk. He's like, always wear socks.
Well, Daddy did have fucked up ass feet, so it was probably his own insecurity.
Yep, one of the many things he left me with.
Just putting his insecurities on you. Always cover your feet. He's like, oh shit, yo. So y'all knew you were just talking about it. Y'all had drunk conversations with your parents. Like your parents would come home late. Fucking
not parents, our dad.
Yeah,
just our dad.
Yeah, okay.
The reason why we're stable now is because our dad was kind of wild, but our mom was very much like, but she was also very liberal too. Like she was Mexican. She only speaks Spanish, but very progressive.
She wouldn't really hit us. Like she stopped hitting us by the time we got like older because she was
not
like,
me.
My mom still throws hands, bro. She, I fucking wish, man, that'd be tight.
Man.
Ricky was a good kid. I was a bad kid.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, because I saw how like stupid she was. But then like once I got older, I was like, oh, okay, like I know what I have to do to keep my mom at bay. Because when we were my dad like they got divorced and then he moved to California, you know.
Yeah.
So like whatchamacallit, it was after that she started getting like way more wild and just reckless and being like, whatever the fuck, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. She was 16. She was a child.
Dude, my sister's tight, dude.
Me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, y'all should meet each other. I think y'all would get along pretty well. Yeah.
So then like when I was in middle school and she was in high school, like I kind of saw like, oh, okay, like mom just wants us to call and text just to check in, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want. So that's what I would do. I would tell my mom like, hey, I'm over here at my friend Amir's house. I'm gonna spend the night. I was in Duncanville.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Ricky did it the smart way. Yeah,
you were just like balls to the wall. See, I feel that my sister was definitely on. Like, my sister was really just like on her own schedule, and she was living her own life at a young age, and but she was providing. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like she had adult problems. She was already living an adult life. So even when she's 16, she's like, don't fucking tell me what to do. Like I got. But
also, she wasn't with her mom.
No, she wasn't.
She was with her dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's a very different mentality. And just one of those things where we worked through it. But like my dad, I have so many memories of him just coming home and it's like 2 a.m. He's hammered and he's like, let's go outside. I need to smoke a cigarette. And I just come talk to me, just come chit chat, like, and just like learning about life. My dad asked me if I was gay once. That was crazy.
My mom asked me that.
Yeah. She was
you guys, you can't lie. Y'all both give off a vibe.
Do we?
I don't really give
off that. Can I tell you? I'm gonna out Victoria right now.
Fuck it, dude. Like,
we walked downstairs.
Break the internet, dude.
Victoria and I walked downstairs just now, and she goes, "He's gay, right?"
Is that a compliment?
I think so. I
don't take it negatively.
You have nice skin.
That's most gay people do. I see where
you
you're
look fit.
You just like, if you have good skin and you're fit.
The first couple of teeth are white.
Yes. Ouch.
No.
The first couple.
The canines are always a little bit darker. The canines are always a little bit darker.
Disrespected like that.
Most of your teeth are white. A majority of them are uniform.
Dude, I'm gonna start saying that, bro. I'm gonna start saying that to people. Most of your teeth are white. That's good.
Teeth aren't supposed to be white.
I've never been told that. I've never been like, hey, you could try harder. Yeah, you could try harder. Yeah,
you can use some whitening strips, but other than that,
like sometimes, like I don't know. Sometimes you'd be like you ever meet a dude that's like so cool? You're like, damn. wish I was fucking this guy, you know?
Dude,
yes.
You know, where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Or
a
like, girl, yes.
It's not even to where you're like, oh, dude, like, I want to be emotionally involved with you. You're just like, you seem like a pretty chill dude to hang out with.
I just want to spend time with you.
Yeah, I wish I could just hang out with you. And every now and then we just bang each other.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
This one time, me and my friend, we were at Walmart.
Oh, you're not serious?
I could be. Fuck. Dude, I'm still young.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
Once the kid is born, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we were at Walmart this one time. Me and my friend, we were buying beer. And then the person in front of us, it was this dude, like this white dude, tall, fucking chiseled jaw. He didn't look like super muscular, but he was slim. He was like a very good shape.
Tight. Yeah.
And then me and my friend just looked at each other and we were just like, you see this?
Yeah, bro.
You see this guy?
Start treating him like a girl that you see. Damn.
And then fucking, we were waiting in line and he was in front of us. And then for some reason, it didn't want to take his cash, like the machine. And then he turned around and he said a joke and we fucking giggled.
You didn't even laugh. You were like,
giggled, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bro. I've been there. Like,
miss you.
Real quick. I had a coworker. I used to work at UPS.
Yeah.
And one time he was like,
Carlos had that gay vibe.
yo, yesterday, me and my bitch, right, we're in the supermarket. And I'm sitting there in the aisle and I'm like, hey, babe, this is a fat ass. And my girl was like, oh, yeah. Tell me why. That bitch turned and it was a dude.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I've been in that situation, bro. I see.
His chick was Rose. I know him and the chick. They were in the man.
Bro,
She still brings that shit up,
bro.
too.
I've been on that before. I'd be driving down there and I'm like, dang, there's some short shorts on that runner right there. What's up? Oh, shit, Frank. Oh, what are you doing out here, bro? Yo, you can't be running like that. Yeah, you gotta be like, hey, chill. Yeah, dude, no, I feel that, like, yeah, bro. And I mean, like, I was always like super insecure about my body and stuff like that. And like, you know, when you're trying to chase like the dream, like especially when I was in the military, I was really trying to like do bodybuilding, powerlifting. I did powerlifting for a little bit, but like I was always trying to chase this perfect body. And like the dudes that I would work out with have been doing it for so like some of my friends now are competing. Yo, shout out Tommy Bahami. He's competing right now. Super dope. And like, it always sucks because they're like at the end of the workout, you know, like they're all fucking alpha male, juiced up fucking Marines, and they're like, let's take our shirts off and flex in front of the mirror. And I'm like, well, I gotta hold on. These titties, you know what I'm saying? I was like, easy now. I was like, chill, you know. But I was like, I'll watch. And sometimes I'd be like, you know, I'm like, I'm in the back, like, yeah, I'll take that picture for you, bro. I got you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Let me take some angles for you, buddy.
Let me take some with my phone.
Yeah. I'll airdrop these. Don't worry. I just have more storage. It's all good. Yeah.
You got the iPhone 12. I have the 13. It's a better camera.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He posted a pic. I'm liking that bitch. It's whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I love like how you can be open like that.
Dude, I think it's always the dudes who aren't too open that are... Yeah, it's when you get that, like, when people are... Like, dude, being gay, there's nothing wrong. You're kissing meat regardless. If it's a boy or a girl, you're kissing meat, all right? If you want to break it down. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like meat flesh, right? So like, but dudes who are like, man, I can't be gay. Like that's gonna be, what's gonna happen, bro? What's gonna happen? So what, dude? You're on all fours every now and then. So what? Doesn't make you any less of a man.
And also,
so sometimes you can't keep your shit in. So what?
but Munchies did say
Munchies is fucking wild.
That putting it back there felt better.
Yeah, well,
so why are you gonna deprive yourself
Dude,
of that?
Okay, yeah, Munchies comes over to my house once a week, bro. I produce a podcast for the Gypsy and the Hippie.
For that.
Dude, yeah. Mm-hmm. And like they come over and hang out, and it is just the funniest thing to watch. I actually went to a show last night. I did a show, and Munchie showed up just to hang out, but one of the comedians canceled, and they were like, yo, I need you to throw down 5 minutes. And he was like, bet. And the first thing he goes up, he's just talking about sucking dicks and taking it in his ass. He's like, guys, I'm not gay. Like everyone, because everyone gets so like when a dude starts talking about it, like guys will like squirm up in their chair and they're like, whoa. And I'm like, bro, relax.
Oh my God. As if they're doing it to them right then and there.
Bro, he's not gonna fuck you. You're not his type, bro. You're ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing when dudes get all pressed. I'm like, bro, trust me, if I was gay, I'm not hitting you up like at all, bro. Like,
would you hit up Munchies with that luscious hair of his?
Dude, I thought about it. I don't think I would. Like, I really don't think I would. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Just pulling that mane back?
He's just too, like, I don't know. He's too...
He's got some.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think he's just not my type. You know what I'm saying? He's funny. He's a good friend, but, like, he's just not my type.
I would just want to do it for the hair.
If you were a guy in the relationship, would you want to be more of, like, I want to get cuddled by a man? Or would you be like, come here, girl?
That's a good question, man. What kind of what kind
would you be the big spoon or the little spoon?
I'm definitely always going to try to be big spoon. There are some days though where I feel my testosterone drop, and I'm like, I'm little spoon today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm always a little spoon with my girl.
Yeah, I've been
always a little spoon.
Yeah, especially like when I get emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I get emotional, and I'm like, yo, I just want to sit here.
I just want to be caressed.
Yeah. I just want to be felt like I'm known and noticed. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I be thinking about it like that.
I love this conversation.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I've had friends come out of the closet to me, and it's just like, I think that should always be the big thing is like, yo, like if you're still one of those people who's like, whoa, you're gay, or like you can't accept it, bro, just fucking piss off. Like it's so like when someone tells me like, hey, I'm gay, I'm like, that's fucking great, but we have something else we got to worry about right now. It's like, be gay, but like we have a book report due soon. So like I, it's like, it shouldn't be one of those things where it's like, I mean, yeah, it's a big thing that they need to overcome, but people are like, I don't want to hang out. What if he tries to hit on me? I'm like, bro.
Take the compliment and keep pushing.
Yeah, bro. Like if a dude compliments you, bro.
I will say though, like
so good.
There have been multiple times where I've gone to like the gayborhood.
Yes.
And then just get fully assaulted. By just drunk gay dudes. Like I've gotten my booty hole like attempted to finger.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, that's actually a problem. I don't know. I don't know if I should have laughed at that now that we're
But you liked it.
Yeah.
Huh? No. My pants were on. How could I like it?
No. But I mean, like it was a compliment to you.
I don't know. It was assault.
Yeah, no, it's assault.
It's assault.
If you would have said, man, that ass looks great, I'd love to grab it, I'd be like, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
In that situation,
I was 50 feet.
Yeah.
Like in that situation, I was more kind of like, I was like, oh, I'm putting out the vibes, so I apologize.
Oh wait, so you were like, this is my fault.
I wasn't.
You were like, it's what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
It's not
how tight my pants are.
Yeah. I was wearing a short shirt. It's not
fucking.
Yeah.
I was with my girlfriend. Like we were out there with some friends. It's a fucking fun time, dude. It's Havana's a fun ass club.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm trying to go to a gay bar because I heard it's such a party. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring my wife. Like it just sounds tight. Like it's
go to Havana's, dude. It's fun.
There's this place. I thought it was a gay bar. It's called Zippers, but it's just I don't know what it is.
I think that's a strip club.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be a gay strip club.
I saw it and I was like, Zippers sounds like a gay club, and I was like, I really want to go in there, and I was like, I think it would be tight. And like the cool thing is, man, like. Yeah, bro. If you get complimented by a dude, know that as a guy, you're doing well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you can be attractive to a girl, but it's just that much more attractive, to be cute to a guy.
100%.
Like you're killing the game.
Yeah, dude. I'm taking those compliments all day.
100%.
Yeah.
Just please stop assaulting me.
Yeah, don't touch fucking Ricky, guys. No, that's weird, dude. Stop trying to grab him.
But like I did it as like he did it, and then I turned around and I was like, no, I'm not gay. But he was really cool about it. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I feel like they're pretty understanding. Like, it's all good.
And then this
for them.
There's one other time we were at the bar. It was like a group of us. And we were sitting, me and one of my friends, just like this, right? We were just talking. Yeah. And my girlfriend and like two other girls were in front of us. They were talking. They were like, oh, we're going to go to the bathroom. So the three girls leave. And then almost as if like they were in the military, like the three girls are right here. This one gay dude, as soon as he sees, he flanks in. And I'm sitting right here. And then he just starts going. Like right on me. And I was like,
that thing in your face?
Yeah,
bro?
Not in my face, but like right here.
What the fuck?
And I was like, hey, dude, no, like I'm not gay. And then my friend, thinking that he was helping, put his arm around me. And was like, he's with me. And then I go over, I'm like, no, also to you.
You just created competition. Now they're competing for you, dude. That's like a pretty cool thing. I wonder if that's like a mating dance that they do in the club. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's assault.
Pelvic
assault.
Pelvic assault.
How long have you been with your wife?
We've been together now for 3 years, and been married. We got married in April. This April. So yeah, been
this past April.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Last year.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, and we have a kid coming, which is super cool. I have my first kid.
Boy or girl?
Girl. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really cool. I have
6 boys.
Yeah, I was really see. That's the thing. Like, I was like, man, I hope I have a boy. And then like when I found out I was having a girl, I was like, that's fine. I was like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was like, it doesn't matter that. Well, it's
at
like,
that point, what can you do?
Yeah,
you know, exactly. You were like, fuck.
Yeah. Inside, I'm like, fuck. But it's
actually
really
I want
cool.
a girl.
We had like it's so fun. Like, I mean, dude, and like I try to tell myself, I don't really. you try to keep a stern face, try to be like all, tough or whatever. And like, try to be a hard guy, I guess. But like the second I heard my baby's heartbeat for the first time, bro, straight bitch mode enabled. Like I just started crying in the hospital, and I'm just like, I was like, God, I can't wait to meet her. And like, we're building this nursery. I painted her room pink and everything. Like, I'm ready for it, but I'm just like, I don't know how to be a parent yet. So I'm trying to figure it out.
But it's like,
it just falls. It just happens.
It's like that woman really takes care more of that.
Yeah.
You just got to go.
Yeah,
honestly, yeah. And if you have a good wife, she's gonna want to do it.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we're gonna cut that right out.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for them to experience stuff like this, like bring them around and show them that, like when I do either comedy or this, like come out and have them realize what's going on, and have fun. And I'm ready for them to meet my friends and develop a good sense of humor. And I just hope to God they're not a nuisance to society.
Yeah.
That's
really more on you, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's a blank canvas.
Yeah,
especially with the girl.
Yeah, dude. She's going to be... Yeah, I know. I have an attitude, and I don't want her to pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Does your wife, is she mellow?
She's super mellow.
Well,
yeah,
she's
super mellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She'll most likely have your personality.
Yeah,
but because I have my dad's.
Yeah, they always say the girl's like just
the oldest girl develops the dad's personality,
just like the dad. And I was like, oh shit, dude. Yeah,
good lick.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully, we start having fun though. I just want them to. I don't know. Just please.
Are you scared?
I'm so scared, dude. What?
Yeah, of course.
When you were having.
But is she gonna have her like vaginal?
Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah. And that's like another thing too, is like, we're nervous for that. And I mean, like, I'm very nervous for the whole hospital visit and this and that and getting all that stuff done. So I want to make sure that I'm just on top of it and like being ready for anything. But yeah, I'm ready to have some fun.
Oh my God. Okay. I want to ask you, how long have you been doing stand-up? What got you into stand-up?
Yeah, man. I've been doing stand-up comedy now for 11 months, going on 11 months. Yeah. And I'm really new to the game, but I've always wanted to do stand-up, I guess. Like when I was really young, of people I always watched was like George Lopez, Gabriel Iglesias. Then I saw Tom Segura and Sam Morril, all these people. And, those are like my really early influences. And then later on, like Sam Morril and Tom Segura, I went to Tom Segura's show live a week before I started doing comedy. And I was just like, I have to do it. I was like, I have to at least try it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what show did you go to?
The one at is in Addison. It's like a theater.
The Improv?
No. It was a.
He does big theaters.
It was like a theater stadium thing, and like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think it's like Addison Circle or something.
Yes,
like
yeah. Boom, yeah. And I went there and I saw it, and dude, I just had the craziest time, and I'd never felt happiness like that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, also like I'm coming off, all this, the pandemic, my dad passing, all this stuff happening, and I was just like, you know what? I got some jokes. Let's try it. Mm-hmm. And I went up there as a one-off. I said, I'm going to sign up for TK's open mic, and I was going to go up there one time, had some jokes, and after I got off stage, somebody came up to me. It was just another comedian that I had seen, and she was like, you have some good stuff. And that just, I was like, all right, I'm going to come back. And then coming back turned into more jokes, and then more jokes turned into getting booked. And then when I started getting booked, I was like, okay, I got to start taking this seriously. And I just never wanted to stop since I started. I just have never wanted to stop. I mean, I live very far away. Like I live over like past McKinney, over like in Princeton area. So every time I'm going somewhere, I'm going 45 minutes to an hour for 5 minutes. Shit. And I'm down for it.
And you got a truck.
Yeah. So. And like, it too, like you'll do anything for that spot. It doesn't matter if it's paid free, 3 minute set, 5 minute set, 15 minutes. If you're going to be on stage, you just want to be on stage. You just want to talk to these people. And it's been such a weird ride. I don't even that's the thing. I'm still so new into it that I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm literally I'm really just out here writing jokes and then going on stage and telling the jokes and then working on them. And the way it's going, it's super fun. It's super weird, but at the same time, I'm kind of just trying to figure out what I want to do. But it's been fun so far.
Ricky does he goes places 3 nights a week. You do that too?
Oh yeah, you do like some double headers, triple headers sometimes, or like are you
I can, yeah. Like Wednesdays, I could do 3 if I wanted to.
Badass, dude,
which would be like TKs and then Life's Good and then Hyenas.
Yep.
But Hyenas is like super late.
Yeah, super late.
They start at like 10, and then you get bumped a lot.
Start? Oh shit.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like I'm definitely there. I'm doing at least 3 to 4 a week, and I'm trying to bring new material in each week, but working on stuff and saving it and building a big set. And there are nights where we'll do a doubleheader. I'll wait, drive an hour, do my set, drive another hour back to another spot and do it, and then just drive home. And then, but
how does your wife feel about that?
Oh, my wife loves it. Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Right before she got pregnant, or, she came to every single open mic, every single show, everything. She's actually taking improv comedy classes with me right now, so she's having fun.
You should fucking do improv.
Yeah, it's fun. Improv's really fun. I would definitely recommend. You guys would love it.
I'm not doing that shit, but you should do it.
Come hang out at the Improv. It's dope. It's dope. And
recommended improv to people the other day.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you do. Improv will get you out of your show.
Dude, 100%. You need to come by. I'll bring you, dude.
I signed him up without him knowing.
Dude,
at an improv class. He didn't go to it. He forgot about it.
I ended up having to work.
Yeah. It is the most fun, dude. I'll bring you out. And so, yeah, she's doing that with me. She supports it. And, it's weird. Like, this is now, I left my job recently. I started my own company, but comedy right now is my full-time job. And it's, it's weird. It's crazy. But at this point in time, I told myself before I left my job, I was like, okay, I've never at one point in my life ever said, I'm going to follow my dream. And like, I'm going to give it everything I got until I know it doesn't work or until it works. I've never done that before. Like, even when I was doing music, I was just like, yeah, I'm teetering, tottering. I'm, kind of walking the line. I'm worried about what people think, how I'm being viewed. Mm-hmm. I never stuck to my guns and followed my dream. And then once I saw I got a little kick out of comedy, I was like, fuck it, we're going to dive right into it. And then, I was telling Ricky about this, man. This lady fucking yesterday, she goes, she's talking to my wife. She goes, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I'm a supervisor for an insurance company. She's like, that's great. What about you? What do you do? And it was the first time I ever said, I'm a comedian. I'm a full-time comedian. And she looks at my wife and goes, so you're the one with the dependable income, huh? And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, this is the life I'm going to be living for.
And you're about to be on disability.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, it was like it was a wake-up call, but it was also one of those things where I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. And it's going to make me go way harder now. Like I'm going to...
You should dedicate your special to it.
100%, dude.
You stupid bitch.
Yeah, so now it's like, it's just one of those things where I do full time, and yeah, it's weird. I'm really early into it, but I'm trying to make things work. I really want to try to make things work.
Well, it wasn't until like a couple of weeks ago even that I didn't even know you can make money doing stand-up and not being like known.
Oh, yeah, known. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Like, you see musicians that go around. I mean, like, the musicians that are performing at bars, places, while you're just either like walking around or there to watch them, they're still getting paid, And and it's work. And that's where the grind set comes in, is because you can get paid when you're not known, and like, but the money,
but making income right now, though, right?
And you're making income, but at the same time, like, the dudes who are getting $5,000 for a show, and you're getting maybe $20, $30 for a set, and that's where it's like, I have to be on every show every night, figure it out, and let it stack until you either have your breakthrough set or somebody discovers you, or you have like, you end up on TV and you can start charging those prices. But like, it's always such, dude, whether you get money or not, that dude, like, driving like an hour and you do like a 7-minute set, fucking sucks because there's 4 people in the crowd. And then they're like, but here's $15. And you're like, I am living my dream. I was like, I just did this.
And you got this $15. Little,
and I was like, $15.
And I can go buy some taquitos.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's cool though. Yeah, man. It's fun. It's fun. But like, yeah, at this point in time, when people, I don't think I'm a paid act, but like, if people are like, you're gonna get paid, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, yeah, let's do it. But if they're like, just come through here and let's kick it, I'm like, bet. I'd rather, the more time you get to hang out with people and meet people, the more you're gonna get pulled in. And I mean, shit, if you join comedy for money, you join the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
if you think this is gonna be a quick flip, you are wrong.
You're in for
what, like
rude
10
awakening.
years minimum,
dude.
10 years.
See, like, dudes who are like, 10, 20. And like, a lot of comedians now, people like people don't really listen. Well, I mean, I say listen, like they don't pay attention to what the young comedians are saying because they're like, this guy's young. He doesn't really know what's going on, or maybe he's fun, but is he intelligent? Is he teaching me? You know, so the older comedians have that upper hand to where some people think we're just going up there and goofing off, and they're like, this young cat doesn't know shit about anything. And you're like, trust me, I have trauma that I can dump on you guys and teach you things, like, you know. But it is cool, like, and the guys who are doing specials and they're selling out shows, they've been doing it for at least 10 years, and they know where they're coming from, they know their voice, they know what they want to talk about, they know their demographic. And I mean, us right now, we're still trying to figure out
our voice,
who we are.
Although I will say, like, I've seen you multiple times. I've seen you at open mics, and I've seen you do like actual performances. I feel like you're gonna end up being one of those people that's like, oh, he had it.
No, I
like,
appreciate that, man.
Like 100%. Like if I had to put my money on somebody, it would legitimate.
Thank you very much, dude.
Yeah. He did tell me that he's not
really
bullshitting.
I really appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that to hear that, especially from my peers.
Say it back.
Especially from my peers, and that's something like that.
He didn't say
you
it back.
don't see like people step on people's toes too much in some organizations. You know what I'm saying? Like people hate to see success or progression. You know what I'm saying? But when you're surrounded by like-minded people and people who are willing to be like, when you turn up or like you come off stage, I've seen your set or I've seen a joke, I'm like, yo, that shit was fire. Like I love the way you said that. Like. That's the stuff that matters, because then other people are just watching. They're just waiting for you to stop or quit or, you know, they're waiting for you to fuck up so they can. Yeah, bro. You mean I've seen some sneaky snakes around here, man. They you got to watch yourself. But yeah.
Well, you mentioned younger comics. You know that thing that's going around with Ralph Barbosa and George Lopez?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
I need to know your take.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So
we'll talk about it for the audience. So apparently a week ago, George Lopez was on his podcast, and he was at AT All Things Comedy, and he was talking to what's his name? I think it was Steve
Trevino.
Steve Trevino.
Steve,
yeah. So they were talking, and George was basically saying like, oh, like I know that I'm not the person that like brought up a lot of people, but I made the template. And if you want to follow it, then go ahead and follow it. And then Trevino was like, oh, yeah, well, I look at young cats like Ralph Barbosa that are coming up and they're really good. And then for some reason, George was just like, yeah, I don't know. Why are you bringing them up? Like, why are you even saying them? Like, he's nobody.
Why do you keep bringing them up if I don't know who the fuck they are?
Yeah.
And if I don't know, if nobody, he was basically saying like, if nobody knows who they are, why you keep bringing them up? And then
basically trying not to give him any clout.
What was crazy was though that George looked at the guy behind the sound and he goes, "Have you heard of him?" And the producer was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, well, is it messed up that I'm saying that? Like, who cares or whatever?" And look, man, here's the deal, right? Like I said, George Lopez was one of my earliest inspiration for stand-up, and definitely if there is a template, I would be wrong to say that I'm not following a few pointers from that template, but at the same time it's very upsetting and disappointing to see someone of that level who you think is of this personality, or he's that person that you built in your head, and then they're just like, man, fuck that guy. Like it's so dismissive to where you're like, And here's what blows my mind, fucking George Lopez, you piece of shit, if you're watching this.
And we know that
I remember watching your stupid fucking special when I was a kid, and you made the biggest point and cried about it on stage how when you were younger, you tried to shake Eric Estrada's hand, and he didn't fucking shake your hand, and you said, I'm going to vow to not be like him. I'm going to be so different. And here you fucking are. You know what I'm saying? So, George, get off your fucking high horse. Ralph, you were a realist, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that made me upset because I remembered seeing him saying that as a kid, and I was like, you just became everything you said you didn't want to be. And that right there, when you become exactly what you preach against, congratulate you, you've lost my respect.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll always be one of the greats, but after that, it's like so disappointing to see. And I remember it, dude. I watched those specials. I seen it, and he just did it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so our dad like was very much Mexican, cholo, whatever.
Yeah.
So he loved George Lopez. We watched the George Lopez show as kids. I never really consumed any more of his comedy, but just knowing that he was a Hispanic man in Hollywood, in media.
One of the biggest, too.
One of the biggest.
Not even just the biggest Hispanic, but just,
one of the biggest comedians,
just like the biggest
period.
face. Yeah, exactly,
was
quite
like
literally.
Huge head.
Big. Was like, oh, okay. Not even like, oh, that's my people, but it was like there's someone there that
Somebody
comes from where I come from, right?
Relatable. Yeah.
Relatable. And then you start learning like your own heritage as you're getting older, right? People talk shit on you, call you wetback, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Have a comedian that's up there making fun of that shit. So it's not that serious. It's not that serious for you to be called a beaner, right? You can roll it off your back, whatever. And then thinking that because I relate so much to him and I admire him so much, like, and he's up there, he has to be helping La Raza, right? He has to be helping his people. It was so fucking disappointing first to hear the Ralph shit, but then when you dive into that hole, you learn
he's done it before.
Some shit about him. And it is the sad. People say don't meet your heroes. Not that he was my hero, but he was definitely somebody that our people looked up to.
100%.
Wow.
And see, that's the big thing that I think we all need to take away is you know, these people will put themselves in a box, and like going deeper, like he's been on there were other showcases, I'm sure you've heard of it, where there was another Hispanic person and he would vote them out, talk to the book and be like, I am the only brown guy. I'm the only one who will do Mexican jokes, jokes about being Hispanic, just me, no other Mexicans, black and white's fine, but no other Mexicans. And he would force that because he wanted to keep his, you know, his grip on everything that was going. And just, you know, and if you were going that hard, you would think, man, like, what's going on? Like George, like I know for a fact when George Lopez first started, he was just some random ass Mexican kid at an open mic. You know what I'm saying? And then he became a guy who just showed up, started doing shows, and then he became a headliner. And then this is every other step that everyone else is taking. He's acting like he's never been there before.
Exactly.
And you're like, of all things, you know, I think in comedy, you should always be nice to everyone and treat everyone with the exact same respect. One, because, I mean, if you don't know anybody, you don't really know what's going on in their life. So if you're just a dick all the time, it sucks. But also, anyone can take off. Anyone can blow up and make it. Yeah, and you're just, you know, if you put yourself in that, you're on this high pedestal, dude, you're going to fall. You're going to fall far. Yeah. But
one thing that is kind of like indicative of that generation of comedian and then his generation before him is that they operated on the idea of like, I need to get a sitcom. So he got his sitcom, right?
Yeah.
But
TV show was like the pinnacle.
Yeah. So it's like a famine mentality that's been kind of instilled in older comedians where they're like, it's not enough. Like it's like there's
only
not
enough for somebody to have it. Yeah.
It's only one Mexican that's gonna be on TV and it's gonna fucking beat me. That's probably the mentality that he has going into it, and he's into like he's deep into his 60s now. So you're not gonna change.
He's not gonna change. Very machista.
Yeah. And you know he took his wife's kidney and divorced her, right?
Bro, cheated on her, divorced
Bro, literally
her.
cheated on her. Said I'm
we
dying.
should have canceled George a long time ago. I'm sorry.
Took her kidney and then literally
George, if you
want to
come and talk about it,
he was like, "Thank you so much for saving my life. By the way, you've been served."
But you know he'll talk openly about it and say that he regrets it. He's a piece of shit.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
He's a piece of shit.
That's wild, but like, stuff like that. I just think that was my biggest takeaway is whenever I heard all that happening, I immediately thought of the special, and I remember watching it as a kid, and that's what drove me. I said, you know, I'm always gonna try to be. If I become somebody, I want to fucking take every picture, shake every hand, and then I saw that. I was like, George, you blew it, bro. You blew it. You blew the smoke screen's gone at this point. You know what I'm saying? The smoke screen's gone. And
I definitely wanted to talk about it on the podcast because we mention it all the time that like we have guests on that are from Dallas, right? And so whether we make a clip or whether an episode takes off for like our podcast and it's a guest, it's like awesome. Another Dallasite made it. Another Texan made it.
Absolutely.
You know, whatever. And like to hear that's some bullshit. And also too, like Hollywood cancels Latino shows left and right because of viewership. We don't view our own people.
Oh yeah.
And so he has a show right now, Lopez versus Lopez. God forbid that gets canceled. There's another Latino show that gets canceled.
Yeah, but sometimes they ain't that good. Sometimes they get canceled for the right reasons.
Ricky, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying. Sometimes they get if you watch it, sometimes it sucks.
But you know,
I'm not gonna watch something that sucks just because a Mexican did it.
I am. We need to have a talk.
What?
We need to have a conversation off camber.
Oh shit!
You're gonna watch a shitty Mexican show just because a Mexican did it?
I
Fuck
sure am.
that. Do better. Be a better Mexican.
No.
It doesn't mean you're a better Mexican. It means you're a better consumer.
Yeah, of my people shit. Yes.
Absolutely not.
If it's Mexican, I'm watching it.
But the statistics don't say, hey, there's a Mexican watching right now. You know what I'm saying? They might like try to like
they'll group
they'll be like, well, this is a shitty part of
geography.
town, so there's probably Mexicans.
Exactly. Hey, but they know, so it is.
Yeah, true. Yeah. It's wild though, but like I think the biggest thing, especially at the point that we're at in comedy, where we are going to open mics, grinding open mics, getting on shows, whether it be a big show or a bringer show. We need that mentality of everybody eats, right? Like if it's like, hey, like last night where we got a comedian dropped, I had my homie standing next to me and I'm just like, hey, fucking, he's a comedian. Yeah, step up. Like what you got? And it just, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to put your friends on like that. But also, dude,
you got to put your people on,
you have
bro.
to, man.
You have
if you don't,
to.
you're kind of just sitting there, you know? You ain't really doing much.
Yeah, like why wouldn't George have wanted to be like in an environment where he could be related to more, right? Because if you're not bringing on your own people, then you're in this room.
It's the family mentality I was talking about. He still thinks that it's just one person that's going to be on this thing. Yeah, where like we have the internet, we have the advantage of the internet.
Yeah, like,
but
that's not it anymore.
But he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So like, there even also with the disconnect that went on with. You know, like, well, he's basically became like the most famous Mexican comedian. Like, so he built himself up on that to where he's like, I am the Mexican comedian. He's also a superstar. And I feel like with anybody who gets super famous, dude, that guy's been so detached from the world since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he, you know, he doesn't even write checks anymore.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, nothing that, you know, so he's thinking, like you said, family mentality, where he's like, there's only a conservative. He doesn't know that the groups have gotten bigger. He knows now. There. Like, and I wonder what he's thinking. I really wonder what he's thinking. And I hope Ralph capitalizes off of this. I mean, he did
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's
Ralph, open invitation.
Ralph,
I'm gonna say it every episode until you get your ass over here.
Hey, we know mutual people now, so.
But that's a good thing too, though. That's a good thing too, though, is that he is getting backlash. I feel like if it just kind of was like if
it was brushed under the table,
if anyone just brushed off, like, but TMZ's picking it up, all these people are picking it up, and I'm like, that's great because it shows him that he's not as untouchable.
It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, it's not. And dude, Ricky will. I mean, like, you know it too. Where back in the day, comedy was that. Who you knew, if you're cutthroat, new guys at the back. We don't give a shit about your time or what you've done. If we don't know you, bye. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's changed, man. We're not on that anymore.
Different.
Like we're on like, hey, you're new, cool, come on over. Like, what's up? Like, how's it going? Hey, let's work on some jokes. And it's not like, yeah, dude, gatekeeping. Oh, that's the perfect word. Yeah, it's crazy.
When I had first started doing stand up, like I remember every new spot that I went to, the very first time. I would go up there, and every single time I would come out like, dude, come back, like, because they want to grow we want to grow the community. We want more people,
especially in Dallas.
Yeah,
big time.
Dallas has got a great community
right now. Yeah, it's going absolutely nuts. So
we got a bunch of people doing comedy, and then more than just stand up. Like, goddamn, I'm blanking on the name. Scott.
Yeah,
big dude. Like he does parody songs, and he was telling me about this this show that he's gonna do, and he was telling me like all the setup that he's gonna do, like all the pyrotechnics and the screen with like musical cues and shit. Yeah. Sounds awesome.
Hey, bring him on the podcast.
It's really sweet, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
When you dive into that stuff, like people have so much to say, man. Which bugs me. I'm like, when they take the new guys or people they don't know, and they put them all the way at the back or all the way at the end. I'm like, but you don't know what they have to say. Like, and what if they have something that's so funny or so intelligent or so deep or something so relatable, but you'll never know because you said, I don't know you, go to the back of the list. I'm going to leave by the time it's your time because I don't give a fuck. And you're like, you missed out, man. You never know. And that person probably went up there and fucking crushed. Or, you know, and you just
to the four people in that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but hey, it's
But isn't it harder?
Dude, to crush in front of 4 people is an art form. Like,
it's damn near impossible.
You would think, it's just 4 people. Whatever, I can just say whatever I want. And dude, you will eat shit 9 times out of 10. I've only seen a select few people murder a crowd of 4 people to where like they're wheezing. And I'm like, I gotta talk to this person. And like, you know, that's the thing though, man. If you don't hype each other up, you can't shit on other comedians too, at least publicly. Like, you can't go on stage and be like, well, that fucking sucked.
Well, if you want to look at it as like past the point of
friends.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. That's definitely true. Yeah, other times, if you don't know the person, it's probably not safe.
Honestly,
it's probably not safe.
I did that on a show.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ricky, you're Twice. Not the strongest to be doing that.
Shitting on the crowd.
That's why it's at the same thing. It was at a hookah bar, and then he He fucked up my name.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's open season, bro. It's open season. Yeah, look, that's the one thing, bro. If they fuck up your name, you can say whatever you want.
He fucked up my name, so I called him out on that, and I called him racist because he was Indian or whatever. And then at the beginning of the show, he tells us like, "Hey, there's a Muslim crowd. Like, no talking about sex, no talking about drugs, no talking about this, that, and the other thing."
Wait, what? Where was this? That sounds cool.
This was at.
Was that at Sheesh?
Yes.
Yay, fire. Dude, I have a funny story about that, but yeah, go on. That's really interesting.
Yeah. So he says that, goes on, and immediately starts cursing, and then told a woman in the audience, like, "You got a pretty big mouth." Like sexual, right? So right as I got on, I was like, "Hey, I know you said no cursing or anything, but you came up here and told a woman within 2 seconds that she has a big mouth. So I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want."
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, there's sometimes like that you gotta, and like, you know, also if the comedian either messes up your name or says something like outlandishly crazy, like,
and it's not even the thing of like he fucked up my name, asked me like 4 times. And fucked it up every time.
Well, dude, I remember when I met you, I had to ask you like 3 times before you went up. Because like, I was like, dude, I was running this mic and it was so dark and it was at TK's. And I'm like, Ricky he's like, Nunez. I'm like, one more time. No. And I was like,
he said Nicky Fuentes.
What?
Yeah, he said Nicky Fuentes, bro.
Hey, that's a nice name, though.
Honestly, it had a nice ring to it, and it pissed me off that it did.
Bro, if you were still cheerleading, that'd be your name right now.
Yeah, dude.
Fuentes, bro.
Hey, that's a nice name, bro.
Nicky Fuentes for UNT,
yeah,
baby.
dude. But I mean, like, stuff like that, like, I remember, like, also times, like, if you're friends, right, you can always fuck around.
Yeah.
There's a comedian that I saw that likes to really take jabs at the crowd and other comedians, which is not cool. Like, when they get off stage, they're like, you know, fucking that guy, these guys suck. You know what I'm saying? You guys ready for some real comedy type shit? Like, and I just remember like one time he just got up on stage and was just like, he called someone a dyke. And I was like, and the whole crowd, dude, like you normally silent. When you say a word like that, right? Or, you know, you say, you know, cunt, dyke, excuse me, these are just words. I'm only using them as examples.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. Or you say like the F word or the R word, or, you know, both R words really can suck the air out of a crowd. And like, it's just one of those moments where they just, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely talking about this when I get up on stage. And like, it's just one of those things where you're like, you have to address it because then everyone will just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
especially if they're right in front of you. Like if they drop an R word and an F word, you just go up and be like, hey, give it up for that R worded F word.
Yeah, bro. And it's like one of those moments. And like, you know, sometimes you'll make eye contact with the comedian and be like, listen, bro, I'm doing this for us. Okay. Like, I need to dig us out of this hole. Like, so just hang on.
I remember one of the first open mics I went to, there was this guy, he went up and he did like this whole Cookie Monster bit. I think I've told that on the podcast.
Oh shit, dude. Why do I think I know who you're talking about?
And then instead of saying like Cookie Monster would say nom nom nom, he replaced it with the N-word.
Bro.
And said it.
Bro.
It made me laugh because I couldn't.
What was he?
It was white. Oh. It made me laugh because I couldn't believe he fucking did it.
Yeah, dude. That was my biggest fear about coming into comedy was like, I'm scared. Because I just use it all the time. I was like, hoping to slip out. You know?
I said it to my seatbelt the other day.
But I was like, I was worried that 1, I was going to bomb, which I just realized was inevitable. And 2, I was worried that I'm going to experience someone say something so bad it's going to just ruin everything. And it was my second time ever going up on stage, and I came back there and I'm talking to the host. I'm like, hey, Kevin, it's my second time ever doing comedy. And they're like, oh, that's crazy. And this guy comes up and he's like, whoa. Second time ever doing comedy, huh? Well, hey man, you come hang out with me. I could give you a few pointers. You know, I've been on stage about 8 times. You know, I think I know what's going on. And I was like, and at the time I was like, whoa, 8 times. That's like 6 more than I've been on, bro.
That's 4 times more than me.
Yeah. So I was like, damn. I was like, yo, for real. And he goes, yeah, man. Like, so I was like, yeah, come sit down with me and my wife. So he comes down and sits down with me and my wife. I introduce him to my wife. His wife comes over. We introduce each other. We're getting friendly. And he's talking to me. He's like, here's the open mic schedule. He's being a real homie. You know, he's like, here's the open mic schedule. Here's some pointers. Here's some tips. What do you think? This and that. And I'm like, this guy's mad cool. I was like, I'm fucking ready to see him rip, you know? So I go up on stage, I do my set. He comes, he's like, dude, fucking great, yeah. And he's like, all right, fucking my turn, baby, crowd's hot. And I'm like, yeah, about to go watch someone go to work, you know? And I'm stoked, dude. Like, I'm like, let's go, fucking comedy. I'm a fucking comedian. Like, this is tight.
We're fucking doing it.
Yeah, and just, he gets up there, makes a couple jokes, right? He has an 8-minute set. All right, we're a minute and 30 seconds in. And he just goes, man, y'all know about Deshaun Watson? And this was like butthole stuff with Deshaun Watson. This was like, he was just like, man, I fucking love watching him on Sundays, man. I love watching him play football. He's my favorite player. And everyone's like, yeah, he's pretty good. And he goes, man, Deshaun Watson is and everyone was like, and like, you know, normally he says the N-word. He's not black, right? And you're just like, oh shit. And normally in a comedy room, if somebody says something bad, you never want to be the one to start the ooh. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone takes suit after that. And I immediately reacted when he said it. I just went, oh no. And the whole crowd's like, oh no. And I was like, I was like, did I start that? I was like, my bad. And then he's like on stage, right? And he's realizing what he just did. And he's looking around. He goes, I was doing so well before I said that, huh? And the whole crowd's like, yep. And he was like, all right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you. And it was 3 minutes into a set of an 8-minute set. And I just haven't seen him since. And I was like, that was terrifying. I was like, that's like one of my biggest fears, not saying it, but like being in the crowd when it happens. And I was like, it's my second time ever doing comedy. I was like, it's so awkward, bro.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
The ride home where you're telling your wife, like,
I was like, dude, we had to sit at the same table. He got off stage and like sat down, and I was like, hey, good set, bro, good set. You know?
Dude,
he's like, thanks. He's like, I think I need to edit a few things. I was like, yeah, you should take a few things out of there.
One specific thing.
Yes. Carlos.
I think one joke you should take out of that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Dapping him up at the end of the night, bro. Like, thank you, that was fun. And, you know, good job. And he's like,
and you never saw him?
Never saw him again. Never seen him again. I literally have not. I don't. It's.
Deshaun Watson came, picked him up, and put him in an unmarked vehicle.
It was cool. It was mad cool. But yeah, comedy's tight, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Comedy's hell tight. Yeah.
Dude, the coolest thing about like whenever you're in the crowd, and like I know where you are because if a joke hits, like I just hear your laugh.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, people always point that out. I hate it because like I don't know. I've always been told I'm very loud or I need to be quiet. That's like one of the big things. My dad always says like your voice carries too much, and the laugh, dude. I literally it's. People look at me when I'm laughing.
He's about to apologize for his laugh.
Yeah, people are like I'll be laughing and people are like. You know, and I'm like, what's up, fuckers? Like, you know, because and when I'm at a comedy show, dude, I can't explain the joy and fun that I have inside of it. Like, it is literally unmatchable, the type of happiness, the amount of happiness. And it's like, it's a comedy show. Why shouldn't I be laughing? Why shouldn't I be laughing hard? You know what I mean? And I've had people that come up to me after a show or something, and they're like, I just heard you laughing all night, and then I saw you get up on stage. I just thought you were like an audience member. And people have come up to me and been like, I love your laugh. Like, it's great. And I was like, okay, what about my set? What do you think about my jokes? Like, you know, what do you think about that shit? And they're like, you're so funny when you laugh. And I was like, okay. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. But I appreciate that. And I love... I think it's the best, dude. I hate when we go to mics or like open mics and nobody wants to laugh. I don't know if you've ever seen that shit. No. People don't want to laugh, bro. I will laugh. If it's funny, I'm laughing because that's what I'm there to do. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm so easy. I think everything's funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
I laugh out loud in places you're not supposed to laugh at.
Oh, I'm all about it. Yeah. Yeah, I laughed. That's the best
when you're not. Yeah, when you're not supposed to laugh.
Hard, dude. Yeah, hard.
You remember
like a gut laugh at this man's funeral?
You remember Mom's funeral?
No.
No?
I try to block it out of my memory.
Oh shit! Yo, chill.
So it's our cousin's grandma, but she kind of like took care of all of us.
Word. That's what's up.
So she died like in 2012, somewhere around there, 2013, and me and a bunch of other cousins, we were the bears or whatever, the pallbearers. Yeah. So we were standing around.
2012, you must have been like fucking how old, dude?
I was 17, 18.
Oh shit! How old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh. What? Wait, really?
Yeah.
How old did you think he was?
Dude, I thought you were like 22. You look like a child, dude. Yeah. You're older than me? That's so crazy, bro. I'm
28, dude.
What?
Swear to God, dude. I'll show you my license later.
Dude, that's so nuts. I swear, I seriously thought you were like a teenager. Like, no bullshit.
Excuse me, he is your...
That's my senior. Yeah, my senior. Dude, that's fire, bro. Holy shit, that's going to take you so far in life. Holy shit, dude. You look like you're 20 years old. That's nuts. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, but sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I just sidetracked me.
Whatchamacallit it? What was
the pallbearer.
Oh, right. So we were standing around, and she had like she kind of was like not rude, but she was like very, she would scream a lot, you know?
Okay.
So we were standing around and we were all kind of like, it was like a somber moment or like a really somber moment. We were just standing around and then one of my cousins just goes, "Si me tiran, cabrones, vas a ver."
Bro, did he just break the whole silence?
Yeah. We laughed. But it was like everybody had already walked out of the church. So it was just us guys that were standing around and they said that and we were just, it like broke the tension. We were just like, damn, she would have said that shit.
I know who it was too.
Do you?
I sure do.
Dude, yeah, I was a pallbearer with when I was must have been like 2011. Yeah, so I was young, and
you were younger than.
You would have been younger than I was.
You were like 14, 15.
Yeah, 14, 15. Yeah, and I was tiny, dude. So like, I had to when my grandma passed away. My dad was like, "Hey, I want you to be one of the pallbearers," and I was like, "Listen, bro." I was like, and it's like you don't realize how fucking heavy caskets are until you grab that motherfucker. Yeah. And you're like, "Damn, grandma, like, you need to lay off that shit." Like, yeah. And I just remember, it was at my grandma's funeral one time where like I was like, my dumbass, I was like, it'd be really funny if I like pretended to like slip, like, you know what I mean, like grab it and be, ooh, you know, like, my brothers and dad did not think it was funny, like, at all. They were
was that your dad's mom?
Yeah, it was my dad's mom. It was the only time I've seen him cry too, which I probably should have done it then, but you know, I was like, this is gonna hit. I was like, this one's gonna crush. And then the second time I did it, man, I was at my dad's funeral and just I was watching, because he's a veteran, so when they die, they fold the flag, you know what I mean? Yeah. And normally it's not.
I desecrated a flag folding ceremony one time.
Okay, that's cool. I'll tell you
that later.
Fill me in on that one after this. Yeah, let's hear about that.
Yeah, don't.
But like, they didn't have like legit. I mean, they had Marines that were there, but they were reservists. They weren't active duty, always doing this ceremony. So they looked like dog shit. The folding of the flag was terrible. Like it was just all fucked up. And me and my buddies, who are all in the Marines, like we're all sitting back there and we're just watching these people try to figure out how to fold this. Yeah. And like my buddy leans over, he goes, "That looks like dog shit." And I just started laughing. Bro, my dad is just dead in a box. And I'm like, I was like, yeah. I literally, my homie's a real one though. Cause, he did some real shit and was like, you're not going to walk away with that shit looking like that. You're going to send this guy off the right way, which was mad tight. But yeah, I laughed at my dad.
So did he redo it?
Yeah, dude. They made sure that shit was tight.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They made sure that shit was tight. They were solid. Yeah, made sure to have a little word, that little fucker. But yeah. So tell me, you were disrespecting some
veterans? No, don't do it on the
happened?
podcast.
I was 10 years old.
So God.
Yeah, you were performing.
I was 10 years old.
Terrorism, right? Yeah.
So this is what happened. So in 5th grade, they had a flag folding ceremony, like at the end of the school year. Mm-hmm. And earlier that year, me and my best friend got out of class because they came on the announcements and were like, "Hey, do you whoever wants to join Boy Scouts, come to the auditorium." And we just wanted to get out of class. So we were like, "Fuck it, let's go." That was probably, I'm not realizing that was probably molesting bait, but
if you guys want to jump in the communal showers together, the Boy Scout convention, yeah.
So we go. And we literally only went to that meeting and they taught us how to fold the flag correctly.
Nice.
Right?
Getting the basics out of the way.
Yeah. So then at the end of the year, they asked me and him, like, "Hey, y'all are going to do the flag folding ceremony." And we were kind of just like, okay. So we got the first 2 steps right. And then we folded it like a cobija.
Bro, did you just...
The gasps when me and him came together. The audible.
Bro, I just know there was a fucking Pearl Harbor survivor just having a heart attack. Just like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
And they're 2 Mexican boys.
Yeah.
Damn.
God, that's so funny. It would have been funny. It would have been funny if you like cut a hole in it and you put it on like a poncho and you were like, fucking, I love America.
I love America so much I wear the flag.
That is literally awesome, bro. I hope somebody had to have filmed the whole thing and has it somewhere on tape. Like,
hopefully.
That's great. I love that.
I just want to get big enough to where that shit leaks and I'm considered a domestic terrorist.
Yeah. Like, local comedian newly just released a special on Netflix. We found a video of him disrespecting America. Yeah,
America.
Since the age of 10.
I love it.
Yeah, I would just dig into it too and be like, fuck yeah. I'll do it again. Give me a flag. Give me a flag.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was fun.
Well, Kevin, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys so much for having me. And thank you for being patient. I know we kind of pushed it because I was like, you guys are awesome. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
We had to have you on. Tell us what you've got going on.
Oh, can I pull my phone out?
Yeah, definitely. Where's my phone?
I got a bunch of dates coming up for a bunch of shows that I'm doing.
And you can send them to the Instagram if we don't see them on your thing, just so we can post it.
Dude, that's so dope. Thank you. Yeah. So y'all can find me on all social medias, Kevin Ray DeAnda, KevinRayDeanda, no spaces. Just find me on all social media, YouTube. I'll be doing when's this come out?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? All right.
The Wednesday after.
The Wednesday after? All right, cool. So I'm doing TK's Comedy Club with Cat Daddy from 104.5.
You're doing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, on the 18th of February.
Cat Daddy, make it stop.
Yeah, she knows. Yeah. 104.5, baby. Shout out.
I don't have anything.
I'm doing the Dallas Comedy Club the 23rd of February. I'm doing the Arlington Improv the 26th of February. Hyenas Comedy Club on the 3rd of March. Dallas Comedy Club on the 5th of March. Dallas Comedy Club on the 9th of March. Hyenas Fort Worth Red Room on the 11th, and then Cheapsteaks April Fool's Comedy Festival on the 1st. Make sure y'all check it out. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll definitely post that. Guys, make sure to hit us up at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're going to be up there acting a fool like last year. Yeah,
You guys going to bring this? You're going to
we're going to.
Woo, okay, yeah.
So make sure y'all catch us up there. We're going to post pretty much the day of what area we're going to be at. So come hang out with us.
Dude, that's hella tight.
It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Check that out.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.